What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure Evil MMA. Even though we just finished our live stream, we are back again with another very special guest. We got Andres Esparza joining us. What's going on, Andres?
How's it going, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I mean, I kind of told you what's been going on with me with the spider bite and the swollen glands and all that. So I'm doing all right here, but there was nothing going to hold me back from getting this interview done with you.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad I'm talking to you today.
The real question, though, is how are you doing, man? I mean, you recently had the fight. How are you holding up right now?
I'm all right, man. It's just a little bitter pill to swallow. I made a mistake and got caught in my title fight in MMA last Sunday. And, it's just something that's well on for 24 hours, but I'm back to the gym. I'm back in training, and I'm ready to come back stronger.
So obviously this went down for IFS 37 Sunday against Jonny Robles. But you know what, man? You've never lost a fight until this moment. So this is a pretty new experience for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's an eye-opener, and it's something that's just going to make me work harder, Definitely taking that first loss in MMA is, something that I didn't want to, go through. But, everybody has those bumps, down the road, and it's just going to make me stronger. And I know I'm going to come back hungrier, and I know the rematch with Jonny Robles is going to be completely different.
And you're like a Muay Thai guy, so it goes without saying that after you guys ended your fight, you probably had a couple of tacos together, hung out? Or what happened after the fight?
I actually didn't see him after the fight. I'm a good sport about it, though. I'd like to have some tacos. After that would have been fine with me.
Yeah, man, I always see that you get really upset if you don't have a taco on Taco Tuesday. Is that something that you do literally every Tuesday? You have tacos on Tuesdays?
Monday through Friday is Taco Tuesday to me, man. When I'm not on a diet, I eat tacos daily.
I even saw you're like, on Valentine's Day, you were like, oh, I don't have a Valentine, but it's okay because I got tacos at least. It's like, man, this guy likes his tacos.
You ain't got a Valentine's Day, but you got some tacos, and it's just as good.
See, like over here on the East Coast, I mean, there's a bunch of taco places, but there's one place that has like a strip of like those food carts, and it's literally flooded every week. Do they have that in SoCal? Do they have food trucks in SoCal like that where they line the roads?
Yeah, definitely. Like, we're walking down the street, and there'll be a taco corner on every corner. That's how it is. Here, especially right here in LA County, there's taco trucks everywhere.
So after you had this fight, what did your coach Felipe Ramos say to you? How are you guys going about this? What's the next step to take?
He just wants me to recover, take about a week off, and just recap on my mistake and stuff. We studied the video already, and noticed the mistake that I made, and we're just gonna grow from that. And we're just going to go right back into training, work on a few different things. It ended up being that I was a better grappler than Jonny Robles. And, I felt that I could out-grapple him and wrestle him, but the game plan was to keep the fight standing. And, now that I know that I can out-grapple him, the second fight is going to be a lot different. I'm going to mix it up now and not just worry and depend on just my striking where, I'm just going to mix it up on the guy and be unpredictable and, have a surprise for him.
Is that what you're trying to do here? You're trying to get a rematch against Jonny Robles? Obviously, he's holding the belt.
Oh, definitely. That's definitely in my near future. I think I'm going to have maybe a fight or two just, to have me, stay active. And then after that, I'm coming right back to that rematch with him because there's no way that'll happen again.
So right now, it's August 10th. When do you think you're going to make a return? Your coach is saying, take a week off. But what's on your mind? When do you think you're going to be able to return?
Well, I have my promoter, Al Rodriguez, from Iron Shin Muay Thai.
Yes, big shout out to him.
Big shout out to Al. He's a real great guy. He actually has me in the works right now talking to a couple matchmakers, and one of them is King of the Cage, and we're looking at October, mid-October. I'm not sure exactly what the date is, but I think it's the 27th. I'm not too sure, but if, me and my coach agree to it, and I'm back into training healthy, which looks like it, that's when we'll get the show going again, back on the 27th of October.
And you know what? Now with Dana White's using a Contender Series and, you know, all the hype that Ultimate Fighter has brought in the past couple of years, there's a lot more people that are interested in what's going on in the regional scenes around them. And you know what? King of the Cage is a huge, huge promotion. That would be a good spot for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big venue as well with a lot of people who go and show up to that venue. It's a pretty big event. I've seen it, so it'd be good exposure and be good way to me to get my name out there and put on a good show for everybody.
So on a better note here, Crazy Jay Harris is one of your boys. He recently had a fight that won. Were you able to catch that on Flow Combat? I mean, I sat ringside for it. It was a phenomenal event. Crazy Jay Harris putting on some good stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. My teammate Jordan, he went and he just put on a one-sided, like kind of whoop ass over on the east side. But he did good, man. Just being humble about it. He's a good sport. He always comes and he trains hard, and he's a respectful guy. And he went out and he just showed who has the harder work ethic that fight camp. And he came and he showed it to his opponent. The game plan, and he stuck to it, and it all came out, and worked out like the way it was supposed to. Came out on top.
And you know what? He came all the way from SoCal, from your area, to the East Coast in somebody else's backyard, pretty much, which, in my book is facing adversity. You're making yourself uncomfortable, which is something that's going to help you develop as a professional fighter when you make it to, a bigger stage. And Lion Fight's a huge stage. And something they brought up to Jordan after the fight was, would you like to bring it back to the West Coast? So let me ask you, would you like to see Jordan back on the West Coast fighting under Lion Fight?
Definitely. I know that the talks about it being here in Los Angeles, so hopefully myself can get on that amateur card as well, because I'm excited about it too. I'd like to see my teammate and hopefully myself on there as well.
So what are you doing, man? You do MMA and Muay Thai. Are you doing anything else? Are you doing like grappling tournaments to develop the like what else are you doing here? Because it seems like you're in every area.
Yeah, I've been working on my grappling. I have a high school and college background in wrestling. And I've done some jiu-jitsu, like no gi and stuff. But my bread and butter would be striking and Muay Thai. But I do feel very comfortable when it comes to grappling. I don't ever feel uncomfortable. And I also do boxing. So like USA boxing, amateur boxing, I jump in that too. So I compete in all three sports.
So here's my last question to you before we end today's interview. In 2018, it's every promotion's really been growing. And back in the day, it used to be, what is making it in MMA? It's making it to the UFC. That was the #1 promotion. But now it kind of feels like Bellator is picking up some of that clout there. Is it kind of more of an even playing field? I mean, it's not there yet. But if Bellator reached out to you and was like, we want you on the main card, in a year or so time, would that stand out to you, or would you wait for the UFC?
No, definitely. I'd love to, fight for a promotion like Bellator as well. It's very great exposure and it's very good high-level competition, and I'd like to put myself to that test. Everything's about taking a risk, and, I'm all about that, So, if there's a way that I could get on to Bellator and, be successful, then from there I can grow and, work my way into the UFC and earn my way to that spot.
Somebody just messaged me. They said, ask him if anyone's told him that he looks like Dylan Dennis. Has anyone ever said that to you? You look like Dylan Dennis?
I've actually gotten that before.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna put a side by side up for the thumbnail here. But listen, Esparza, before we let you go, is there any shout outs, anything at all that you want to get out on the table?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my coach Felipe Ramos and my team, Sandoval Muay Thai, and the city that raised me, East Palmdale, 661-93552.
Oh, and since you're from SoCal, what do you think about this whole Nate Diaz versus Dustin the Diamond? Did you catch wind of that?
With
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz. Oh yeah. Well, those dudes are always in funny situations that they put themselves in. So I'm not really surprised about it.
Yeah. All right, so last but not least, Iron Shin Muay Thai. I mean, Iron Shin Promotions, they do a great job promoting you guys, and I want to give them a huge shout-out for setting this interview up. Listen, we got to get you on before your next fight, and hopefully it would be great if it was under King of the Cage. So let's get our fingers crossed for that, and we wish you best of skill leading up to, you know, your next training camp. Thank you for joining us here on Pure Evil MMA. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I appreciate it. Have a good day. Shout out to Al Rodriguez, Iron Shit Muay Thai. Thank you.
There you guys go. Andres Esparza, you know, very humble coming off of his recent fight here. He's never lost a fight ever in his pro MMA career. He gets the championship shot and he comes up short, but he's humble. I really like that. Trying to get right back into the game. He's got his sight set on Taco Tuesdays every week. I mean, come on. This guy is a character and a half. Shout out to Iron Chin, along with Jordan Harris, who is his teammate. So big things coming for that team there out in SoCal. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here on Pure Evil MMA. That was our second live interview of the day. We just finished our recent interview with Rafi on Stott. You can check that out down below as soon as it's done processing, at least by now. I mean, it was only like 10 minutes ago that we finished that recording. But here is number 2, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday TGIF. Guys, I'm Evil Eddie from Pure Evil MMA, mymmanews.com, and remember, without evil, there's no purity. Behave yourselves.